can we in medicine make a collective effort to not order tests for people if we're not going to do anything with the results? So I'm finishing up physiatry residency. I'm going to be in my last year, and one of the tests we do as physiatrists are EMGs, or nerve conduction studies, and EMGs. So this is where we basically give shocks, little stimuluses. It doesn't hurt too bad, but it's not comfortable, down different nerves to assess the health of those nerves, and then we also stick a little needle into some of the muscles to detect if there's any damage. And some of the referrals we get are great, right? Let's say it's an orthopedic surgeon and they're thinking about doing a carpal tunnel release procedure or surgery, and they want to know the extent of the damage. Well, then it makes sense to get an EMG. But other times we get referrals and it's very clear that the management is not going to change regardless of what the EMG shows. And in that case, you may have a patient come in who's getting an exam they don't really want, who then spends an hour with us getting little stimuli, shocking, needle pokes, and for what? So if a patient says, hey, I just want to know a diagnosis, even if we don't change management, that's great. I think that's a good enough reason, but that has to be a conversation to happen with the patient. I think I'm using EMGs as an example, but I think this happens a lot in medicine where people order tests, but then they don't think about, okay, am I actually going to do anything with the results of this test? Because if not, then you've just spent money. Maybe it costs the patient money, it costs the health system money, and also there's other things that can go down the line from these tests, things that can happen that were unexpected. Maybe you end up getting a different procedure you wouldn't have otherwise gotten, which wasn't necessary, or you're concerned for no reason. There's a lot of things that go into a quick decision to just order a test. So that's my challenge to the healthcare community. Am I wrong here? I'd love to hear other people's thoughts on this topic.